My videos aren't fake. Let me explain. People are constantly trying to claim that my videos are fake. Now, this is for two reasons. Reason number one being my HUD shows Xbox buttons, while my controller is very clearly a PS4 controller, or more specifically, a SCUF Infinity 4PS Pro. From what I can tell, Steam just kind of picks these buttons despite my settings registering it as a PS4 controller. Reason number two, it appears as though I am only hitting the triggers and moving the analog sticks. If I'm being honest, I can totally see why it would seem that way. You have seen a controller held a certain way for God knows how long, that of course laying eyes on the way that I hold it would be very confusing. Trying to decipher exactly what I'm doing on top of not even being aware of what my binds are would probably be next to impossible. So with that being said, I want to go through all of my controller settings step by step so that you can have a deeper understanding of how it actually works. Jumping right into my button layout, you can see exactly what everything is bound to. There are definitely some weird ones here, like my melee being on my D-pad, but I actually just want to elaborate on my jump button. Jump is bound to A, or X, and A is bound to my right paddle, which is technically left. If you look at my hand cam, my middle finger reaches over the top of the controller to hit that paddle, so I never have to move my finger off the analog stick. Having this layout makes wall bounces and super glides much more convenient for me. If we go even deeper in my settings, I also utilize Steam to make my life even easier. If you have a PS4 or 5 controller, Steam allows you to bind things to its trackpad. On left click, I have Interact bound to it so I can load efficiently along with making my movement like super jumps much more fluid. And then on right click, it is Cycle Weapons. The reason being is on my controller I have swap weapons as L1. I have it there to make quick slides easier, and for some reason when I'm in a death box, it just doesn't let me cycle weapons.
I downed an enemy.
I got a wingle? I was looking at
Broken.
Staying on the topic of Steam settings, I also use Steam config so that I can tap strafe. My left hand rests below the controller so that I can hit the paddle to activate it. This is also the same reason my pinky hits the trigger. The subject is somewhat controversial, and I can understand the argument from some people saying that controllers shouldn't be able to use this. But I personally think it just makes the game more fun, so I'm just going to keep doing it as long as I'm able to. And that's everything you need to know about why my videos aren't fake. If you have any questions, just feel free to comment anything if I just didn't touch on something you might be curious about. And overall, I hope you found the video interesting. Feel free to hit that like button and subscribe if you're new, and hopefully you keep following me along on my journey.